This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. October 10th is World Mental Health Day, and this year we're saying thank you, therapists. BetterHelp therapists have helped over 5 million people worldwide on their mental health journeys. That's millions of stories, millions of journeys, and behind every one is a therapist who showed up, listened, and helped someone take a step forward. Moments in therapy, like the right question, a safe space to cry, or a small win, can change lives. This World Mental Health Day, BetterHelp is honoring those connections and the therapists who make them possible, while showing how easy it is to get guidance from a licensed therapist online with BetterHelp. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. And it works with an average rating of 4.9 out of 5 for a live session based on over 1.7 million client reviews. This World Mental Health Day, we're celebrating the therapists who've helped millions of people take a step forward. If you're ready to find the right therapist for you, BetterHelp can help you start that journey. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/PFF. That's betterhelp.com/PFF. All right, let's get to the top 25 going into week 8 of college football. At number 1 for me is Ohio State still. Number 2, Miami, barely though. Indiana's got a great case, and really they could have been number 2 for me too. Indiana's number 3, A&M 4, Bama 5. At number 6 for me is Texas Tech. Number 7, I've got Ole Miss. 8, Georgia. 9, Oregon, falling down after losing to Indiana. 10, LSU, BYU all the way up to number 11 now with their undefeated season still intact. Georgia Tech 12, Tennessee 13. USF moving up a bunch as well at 14. Oklahoma at 15. Vanderbilt 16. Notre Dame 17. Memphis 18. Virginia 19. Texas back in the top 25 now after beating Oklahoma at number 20. Illinois moving down to 21. Washington number 22. Tulane 23. Cincinnati 24. And Missouri at number 25. Anything stand out to you, Dalton?
Interesting to have Alabama ahead of the 2 undefeated teams in Texas Tech and Ole Miss. I think that's interesting there. And then I keep going back to it. This American Conference, you got 3 of them in there. You got USF and Memphis and Tulane. Yep. And I'll tell you what, Navy with a wild comeback win over Temple at Temple yesterday. I don't think Navy's too far off of that top 25 either. I know they've had a softer schedule, but they've been taking care of business. They're 6-0. That's something I just keep looking forward to every week is this American Conference. What a race it's going to be, and those are some darn good football teams at the top.
Yeah, Bama, just the fact that they beat 3 straight top 20 teams too, which I think is a little bit better than what Texas Tech or Ole Miss has done so far this year. So that is barely over them, but yes, I had that. Would you have Ohio State, Miami, and Indiana 1, 2, 3 in that order, or would you change it?
No, Ohio State and Miami 1, 2 for sure. I'm in on that. And then the debate more so to me is Indiana or A&M.
Interesting.
3, 4.
It was more Miami versus Indiana for me.
Oh, really? See, yeah. I see. Indiana's got
because there is an argument for 1 for Indiana.
I mean, Indiana's got they've got the 2 big wins, and they're. Illinois, I mean, obviously they killed Illinois, and then they go on the road at Oregon. I figured Miami was a pretty solid 2.
Interesting. Yeah, it was. They beat USF, they beat Notre Dame, obviously, and then Florida and Florida State. But Florida State obviously keeps losing, so it doesn't look great. But yeah, it's tough. It was really close for those 2, though.
But Miami's been just so dominant. Keep in mind, they beat USF 49-12.
Yeah.
And despite the final score of that Florida State game, they dominated that game. They have just, other than the Notre Dame game, which is still a huge win, they've just been completely one of the most dominant teams in the country too.
Yeah. So I think USF. Some people saying USF's too high. I think USF, what they've done this year, they should be around that range. They're 5-1 now with only 1 loss to Miami.
Boise.
They beat Boise.
Florida.
They beat Florida.
In the swamp. A Miami loss is what it is. Yeah. Whatever. And then
North Texas.
And at North Texas, and that was an undefeated team. North Texas is a good team. Honestly, North Texas still has the road to go. Maybe they might get to 10 wins still. Yeah. When you look at their schedule, that's going to look like a really good win on the road, and they scored 63 friggin' points. What more could you want from a team in USF? All those. That's going to be so much fun to watch. I'm telling you, we're going to talk about this American Conference even more in the coming weeks. But it's USF, Memphis, Tulane, Navy. See who else gets in there. It's going to be fun.